Hey, what's up guys, VENZ here, and today we are doing kind of an interesting thing. I don't usually do speed builds like this, but one day I was like, I kind of feel like making a really detailed car, and I can't really make that into a video usually, because it's going to be too detailed, the video's going to be way too long even if I cut it down. So I built an entire car, just built it, and sped up the whole thing, if that makes any sense. So what you're seeing is me building the entire engine, and this is going to be some kind of like sports car from the 80s, late 80s, it's 1987, and I just wanted it to be a car that everybody would love. Like in the future, everyone's like, damn, I want one of those, it's my dream car. And I'm hitting my desk with my hand because I'm really animated right now. So anyways, yeah, I'm building the car. As you can see, I'm already designing it. So it is a 5-speed manual, about 240 horsepower. I was kind of struggling with the front fascia, but then I got like that Fox body Mustang look right there, and I really liked it. So I put on some blinkers, kind of ripping off a Fox body Mustang somehow, and then I put some lights in, which didn't work later, so I had to fix those eventually. So, and then I was trying to find, I don't want to have a grill like up there where I put that little emblem thing, because it didn't look too good, and I didn't know how to put it like a grill down there, so I just kind of detailed some other things, threw on some lights. As you can see, you got some fog lights, and you got like that little grill right there. You got a, I think I'm putting on I don't know what I'm doing. I was messing with trying to put like screws into the lights to make it look like the lights were like screwed in. And there you go, out of time license plate. That's totally not a reference to the 80s, Back to the Future. And then I put a quad cam little logo in there. I thought it looked alright at the time, but then I changed it later. Yes, I changed it later. Then I put like a little hood thing to make it look more like unflat, look less flat, more detailed. And I was messing with like those little like vents, because I didn't want the hood to be super flat. And I thought it looked good at the time, but then I came back like a day later to finish the car, and I was like, no, that looks like ass. So then I changed it. And I wanted to do something on the side, and I didn't know what to do, so I just was like, and then I just did that. I'm very good at describing things like this. And I changed the color on there to make it stand out more. And then we made it say turbo on the side. Because if you got a turbo car back then, you gotta be like, hey, yo, my car's a turbo. And you got like a gas cap. You got louvers, obviously. You have to have louvers. Louvers. Louvers are the best. I love louvers. And as you can see, this car is kind of like a Mitsubishi Starion type deal. So I didn't want it to have like a full hatch. I kind of wanted it to have like a kind of like slopey notch back hatch, which is what it ended up being. Which is what I did, as you can see. And then I just added more detail there for some reason because it looked too flat. And apparently my enemy is flatness. Ask my girl. I mean, what? Okay. And then I put like really 80s looking taillights, like a whole bar across, which kind of like made it really hard to break in BeamNG because it lags. Because there's so much light there, the game's like, what the hell do I gotta do? So it lags. That's kind of a problem with a bunch of my cars because I do use so many lights to make it look alright. And I add a EVR badge on the front and on the back, and I think this is where I delete the quad cam thing. I think I did, I can't really tell, I went by too fast. And I add some more detail to the back, put some 2.7 liter badges everywhere, even though it's a 2.5. That was kind of a mistake, my bad. And some little turbo badges, and the car's called the 46-2 because I was listening to Tool, and that song is pretty good. It's really good, especially when you're high. I mean, what? Anyways, that's what I was going on when I was building this car. But anyways, I keep saying but anyways. Putting turbo badge on the side, put T-tops on it, and then I think I started doing the interior pretty soon. Yeah, this is the start of the interior. This took a while. I think I left for a while and went to sleep, and then came back and continued with the interior. You might see like a skip in the video where I come back, because I did a little bit that I forgot to start recording. And there's a giant door card, and I was looking at colors for it, but I was just like, let's just do like a black and kind of gray interior. I wanted to do something kind of different, but it didn't really look good every way I did it. And I was also trying to find new fixtures that I could use to make it look better and like have it flow together easier, if that makes any sense. So I did that, and I just starting off on the dashboard using multiple dashboard pieces, which is new for me. Usually I just kind of preset dashboard, flop it in there. There you go. We're golden. And then there's your shifter. I wanted to put like what's it called? I want to put cup holders in there, but it wasn't working. So I mean, I didn't even try, but I tried before and it didn't work. Oh, there's some pedals. Pedals are very important when you're trying to build like a car, because that's how you drive the car, with the pedals and the steering wheel. Very important. And then you got some floor covers, I guess. What are they? WeatherTech floor liners. Floor liners, yes. I don't know. I had to use the brand WeatherTech because I always see their stupid commercials everywhere. Still, I remember that happening when I was little. It's still happening. Does anybody ever buy WeatherTech? I have never seen a WeatherTech branded item in my life, but that's besides the point. Then I was just like filling all gaps in the interior so you don't see like through the ground, so you're not Flintstoning your car going down the highway at like 80. And I put a clock in there because I wanted to like detail that little area right there. I didn't know what else would go there, so I just put like a clock there or something. And then I was like, staring at it for a little bit. I was like, what would look good in this area? And then I put like a little key, like ignition switch right there, as you can see. Whoa. And then after this, I think I was like, we really need something on the dashboard. And then what am I doing? I was moving around that little screen I put to the left. Didn't really know what to do with it. But then I put like little wood on the dashboard to detail a little bit more. There you go. And I also think I also changed the color of the steering wheel eventually. And I put a glove box on. Custom glove box. That's pretty sick. And a little thing on it, changing the steering wheel color, fixing some lights, adding some air vents so your AC actually works, because if you don't have a working AC, you're gonna die, since this car has California plates. So, and I put a handbrake, I changed some other things, going really fast, little EVR logo on the steering wheel. I don't really know if I like the white. And then what am I doing now? I think I'm just putting speakers. Yeah, speakers on the back trunk lid, in the door, rearview mirror and stuff. But yeah, that's basically the car. So let me know in the comments if you enjoy this kind of video. This is kind of like a new style for me, because I just didn't feel like talking when I was like building the car. So I just kind of let myself be creative and not like constrained to like a time. And that's why it's so much more detailed than normal. And also, it took a little bit while to actually get a video out. It's been like 4 or 5 days since I actually got a video out. My bad. So yeah. Anyways, live portion starting now. All right. So here is the car that I've been building. It actually looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I can't get in there, but I built like a whole interior. It's pretty well detailed. I even tested the car in Beam to make sure it's the all right car, because I felt like doing a relatively detailed build. So I did. Here it is. Also, I need to show off my cars like more, and I feel like this first-person mod is pretty good for that. Like, look, like it's a relatively normal size car. It has T-tops. That's also sick. I love that. And it says turbo on the side because this is a 2.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder. Rear wheel drive, 5-speed manual, about 240 horsepower. Pretty sick, and I can throw balls at it. Ball. What the fuck happened to that ball? What's it doing? What's the ball doing? Balls. They're running away. They're escaping the facility. They're leaving. Okay, balls are gone. No more balls. Yes. I don't know. I'm gonna I can't stay here too much longer. I'm gonna keep throwing balls everywhere. Balls. This is what this game is made for, right? Balls. Balls. Okay, getting sidetracked by balls. Yeah, this car is pretty sick. And now I'm gonna go over into BeamNG and we'll drive it. And here we are in BeamNG with the EVR 46.2. It's totally not called the 46.2 because I was listening to Tool. That's not the reason. It's literally the reason. Okay, yeah, it's a nice car. Okay, what am I doing? Driving it. Yes, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's start it up. Let's turn off the ESC. Actually, we don't even have ESC in this car. We just have ABS. Yeah. Yep. Rev it. Yep. Oh. Afterfire. Nice. Okay. Yeah. First gear is the I hate tires gear, and then every other gear is just go. Like, we're already going almost 100. This is a pretty fast car. And We are going over 100. We're going 115, 16, 17, 18, 19, 120. We've got another gear to go. Probably going to be able to go like 150 maybe before we get to the exit. Also, because of like the amount of lights I have on this, it lags just a tiny bit. Okay, hit 150. There's 150. So, what I'm trying out, I might have talked about this in the voiceover, but what I'm trying out with this video is see if people like every once in a while I just do a speed build where the whole building of the car is in a time lapse, and then I do more of just like talking about the car, making up lore as I go while I'm just driving it around, you know? And then just talking about random things, you know? More driving, more story time. Everybody loves story time. But anyways, the lore behind this car is EVR, which is the brand that this car is like kind of like a combination of a Japanese brand and an American brand. You know, think like the Chrysler Mitsubishi merger, which is literally what this car is. This is the EVR, but it's also a Tokyo Motors. Crazy, right? So this is literally just like a Conquest or a Starion. I mean, it's literally that body, except I did a little different on the back right here. Instead of going like all the way back, it's just kind of like a weird sedan. I think it looks pretty cool though. And then I wanted to make the most 80s like wheels, most 80s front end, you know, T-tops, because you can't have an 80s car like this without T-tops. And it has to say turbo on the side. So that's pretty sick. And this car sold pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. It probably would sell well. So yeah, that's the lore behind this car. Not much, but it is pretty cool. And it has like 240 horsepower. It's a 5-speed manual, as you already saw. We're in 5th gear right now, so. And it's a turbo. You can already tell that it's a turbo, and it has a bunch of lights on the back. And it's called the EVR 46 and 2, or the 46-2 turbo. And it has a 2.5 liter engine. Yes. So yeah, that's about the car. Driving around more. Actually, I had a friend. I never like seen a Starion before I moved to this one neighborhood in Florida. This is when I still lived in Florida. How did I spin out? But anyways, this is when I still lived in Florida. And there was a dude who went to my school actually. His dad had like 5 Starions. I think 2 of them were Conquests and all the other ones were Starions. And he also had an IS300. But the Starion, there was 2 stock Starions, and one of them had 800 horsepower. Like, I mean, I don't know if it actually had 800 horsepower, but the kid and his dad both said it did have 800 horsepower. And let me tell you, that thing was like LSX swapped, like turbo LSX swapped, and that thing was crazy loud. But another thing about it, it didn't even have like meaty rear wheels on it or anything. It was just like about the same size as like stock. But like it had the loudest like blow off valve. Like you would turn the car on, it would go boom 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 boom, and you just hear like it was crazy. That car was sick. So yeah, that's my story about like Starions, my real life story about Starions. Oh, and the IS300 he had about how like 600 horsepower. It was all motor, he said. I mean, it didn't have a turbo, but I don't know about the 600 horsepower part. And another crazy story is when I lived in Florida. There was a Honda Odyssey van, and it was gonna race a Mustang in my neighborhood. And there's like a backstretch to the neighborhood where it was like almost completely straight. And they're gonna race. It was a V6 Mustang versus a Honda Odyssey with like the exhaust cut off, I think, because it was just crazy loud. And then they raced from a standstill. The Honda Odyssey, it wouldn't shift into gear. It wouldn't shift into second. So it just got stuck in first, revving off the rev limiter, bounced off the rev limiter. And then you just hear like a like it sounded like the engine farted. And then there on the ground, piston. Second piston. Or one of the pistons. He blew a piston out the bottom of the engine. Like, usually when you blow a piston, blow a rod, or whatever, it goes out the side of the engine. Or like out the top through the fender, out the hood or something, right? Nah, this one just went through the bottom. So yeah, I like this car. I like the way it drives. It's like forgivable, but if you like touch it in the wrong spot. Okay, that sounded weird, but you know what I mean. If you touch it in the wrong spot, it will eat you. What the heck? Why did the flashes just turn on? Turn them shits off. Alright, so I think I'm going to take this to the track and end the video off there. Why the flashes are on again. Oh, I can do a burnout though. Look at that. Nice. Alright, I'll see you guys over at the track. Okay, here we are multiple days later driving the car, whatever this car is called, on a racetrack. Okay, let's go. I don't have much time. Okay, put it in gear, and we're just going to floor it. There we go. Now we're moving. We're driving, and we're going 50. And then we're going to go around some corners, and I guess I'm going to drift a little bit or something. Why not? Oh no. It's the lag problem again. I would have took that corner perfectly if I wasn't lagging like that. Oh, I can't drive for some reason. What is wrong with me? This car actually drives really good. It's just my fault right now. Okay, brake right here. Maybe that was a little too much, just a tiny bit. How about right here? Drift. Nope. Under the cherry picker. Through the gravel trap. Back onto the circuit. Drop a gear. Floor it. Start slowing down for this stupid corner. That was a... Okay, that's horrible. Why am I such a bad driver sometimes? This would have been a relatively good lap if I didn't ruin everything. And there we go. Cross the line. Crash. Crash. Oof. Oh, we actually didn't do that too bad. Look, right there. And we still went faster than the 1994 Tungsten B250 TL5 Turbo. What was that? Oh, that was the last car I built. Okay. And oh, we went faster than the Scratch, the KD4, Redwood. Right above us is my Mazda. And then the ST. No, that's what the last one was. What the hell is the Tungsten thing? B250 TL5 Turbo? Why am I not remembering that one? Anyways, until next time, I'm VENZ. I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys like this style of video. I'll do every one of these every once in a while. And, what was I saying? Oh yeah, video outro. Bye.